Can this tiny device change your audio experience? Let's check it out. Dave Taylor here, and I'm checking out this. This is the LAVAUDIO DS100 HiFi audio DAC, and it's basically a tiny little portable headphone amp. But it gets better because it has USB-C on one end and a 3.5 millimeter headphone jack on the other, and it comes with two little tiny adapters, one of which is Lightning, which is all your iOS devices like an iPhone or iPad, to USB-C, and then the other one is just simply USB-C to USB-C. So I have two sample demo phones. On the Android side, I have the Google Pixel 6 Pro, which has a lot of great features, but it doesn't have a 3.5 millimeter headphone jack. It does have USB-C, so it is ready to work with this little tiny DAC. And then on the iPhone side, this is the iPhone 13 Pro, and it also is notably lacking that 3.5 millimeter jack, but it has a Lightning connector. So you could just go buy an adapter. This is literally a Lightning connector to 3.5 millimeter adapter. So this would let me plug in good quality headphones like these. These are the Audio-Technica ATH WP900s, beautiful headphones, but not Bluetooth, no way to plug them into my phone, right? That's not true. There are solutions, one of which is this little cable. But if I'm just going to plug in a cable, that's for the birds. Instead, if I use this, which is a DAC, I get all the benefits and I get an amplifier. So it gives me much better sound, bigger, richer, a more spatial sense, so it's a bigger sound stage. Let me give you some specs on this. So this is from LAVAUDIO, which is the same company as One Me. Actually, I think it's one of their subsidiaries. They're a big company, been around a good while making audio gear. And this is powered by the CS43198 DAC chip, and it gives you a total harmonic distortion of somewhere around 0.0003% with a sound to noise ratio of over 115 decibels. And let's see, dynamic range of 188 decibels, which is huge. And it can match impedance or 16 or 32 ohm. You can use it with other plug-in headphones that might be like 128 ohms or whatever strange number. But ideally you want to have the lower ohms headphones. It's going to be a better match, but it can handle it. Better spatial imaging. You're going to get 360-degree sound reproduction, which is particularly important if you're watching movies on a tablet. So you use this to plug in your headphones and you're going to get much more of a spatial sense, which is a big part of movies nowadays, right? iOS plug and play. So on the iPhone, I literally just had to put the right adapter on it, which is as hard as that, done. Put it into my Lightning port, and immediately, as soon as I plug in headphones, like these headphones, as soon as I plug them in, I'm ready to go and I'm ready to listen. And you can see that the power light has already come on. So it actually has two lights, but I'll get to there in just a second. With the Android, it's a little bit more tricky because with Android, you have to enable something called OTG, and that just means that there's more power and more capabilities coming through the USB. It's part of the debugging system for Android. I'm not sure why it's not on by default, but you can find a million different places to get the instructions on how to enable OTG, and then it's plug and play with your Android device. So that's easy. Now, let's have a little close-up here. So you can see the unit itself, which is honestly smaller than like 2 sticks of gum. It's really small and super light, and it's aluminum, not plastic, so it has a really good feel to it. On the left, there are two tiny lights. The green light is PCM, which means it's getting what's known as a pulse code modulation signal. And then the lower one is DSD, and that stands for direct stream digital, and that's basically a higher quality signal. So if you have a good quality audio source, this will help actually give you an even better signal. And then on the right, there is a pause play button, and it's also a rocker, so if you tilt it forward or to the upper position, you actually can increase volume, and then down gives you less volume. And that's it. That's all the controls. Super easy to work with. Just plug it in line, get a music source, start playing, put on your headphones, and just enjoy a really nice improved sound. And this is true whether you have really nice headphones like these, or even if you have budget headphones, or even like gamer headphones or something. This device will make it sound better. It will give you more of a spatial sense, which is really important. And so that's also known as like sound stage. It's the idea that like if you're listening to a band, that you can sort of imagine with your eyes closed that there's different people in different places, rather than it's just this sort of like point in your brain where all the music's emanating from. It makes a huge difference with good audio gear. And if you listen to something like classical music, the particular DAC that they're using for this actually is designed significantly to help with like symphonic music. Doesn't mean it's not going to sound great with EDM or hip hop, but it's designed against things like string instruments, so they don't sound harsh or dissonant. They actually have a nice sweetness to them. So listening to orchestral music is really pretty awesome with this. All in all, I really like it. It's a reasonable price point. It's a great stocking stuffer. It comes with a nice piece of packaging. The 2 little cables that are included make it really flexible for a huge number of use cases. I mean, between my Macs and my PCs and my Chromebooks and my Androids and my tablets and my iPhone and my iPad, all of them, I can plug it into all of them. And with just a tiny bit of work on some and mostly no work at all, I'm just going to instantly get better sound. And that's pretty hard to beat. So what we do need to talk about is we do need to talk about the price, because I've given you the specs and I've told you it's a pretty sweet little device, and it's on a promo price right now on Amazon. But before we get there, I'm going to ask if you could subscribe to my channel. Appreciate when you do that. Click or tap on that subscribe button and we're connected. Very cool. Now, this is the LAVAUDIO DS100 HiFi Audio DAC, and it's $109.99 on discount right now to $79.99 at Amazon.com. That is a no-brainer price. This is a really great little gizmo for anyone who wants to just have better sound experience. This will up your game. Even with the same headphones, even with the same wired devices. Obviously, if you have Bluetooth, this isn't going to do anything because it has 3.5 millimeter on the end. You got to plug something in. But if you have plug-in headphones of any sort, this is going to make them sound better, and you're going to just be a happy camper. So definitely worth checking out. And with that, I'm going to reassemble things, go back to my music, and I'll catch you in my next video.